Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Friday, July 22nd. Do have a red flag warning in effect for large portions of southeast Idaho, well into southwest Montana and western Wyoming today for critical fire weather conditions. We'll see some afternoon thunderstorms develop along the Wyoming and Utah borders for today. We'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today. Do have the chance for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms developing further south and east of the Snake Plain. Wyoming and Utah border regions are where we should see those storms, and a few storms as well east of the Montana border into southwest Montana. We'll see some increased smoke across much of eastern Idaho from the Moose Fire, currently burning in the Salmon Chalice National Forest along the Salmon River. Current estimate on that is 20,648 acres and growing. Red flag warning in effect today from noon until 9 o'clock. Passage of a mostly dry upper-level trough in Montana will kick off wind gusts in excess of 30 to 40 miles an hour with relative humidities less than 10 to 15%. What that means is we're going to see continued critical to near-critical fire weather conditions well into next week with very warm conditions, a slight cool down this weekend, just by about a couple degrees, but continued very dry weather outside of a slight chance of storms across eastern Idaho over the weekend. Storms will be in and around the Bear Lake region this weekend, transitioning to all of the Wyoming border along the Continental Divide through next week. Look at satellite this morning, mostly clear skies. I'm seeing a few clouds working across some of the higher terrain further south and east this morning, and we will see increasing clouds again south and east of the Snake Plain and up through southwest Montana, where we will see those showers and thunderstorms beginning to develop. Weather risk outlook today, main concern is going to surround that red flag warning. It's going to be a dangerous fire weather day in southeast Idaho today with gusty winds and very low critical RHs during the afternoon. For the weekend, we're seeing the continued breezy winds across the Snake Plain, but at least a break in some of the winds across many of the higher terrain zones. But we will having those lower relative humidities continuing well into next week. Seeing the chance for some showers this afternoon, mainly again along the southeast, eastern highland zones. But for Saturday, it looks like those are just going to be hanging out around Bear Lake. For Sunday, those threats for showers does contain along the Wyoming border. Again, just a slight chance, and we're seeing those chances continue into early next week as well, with a return to some breezy winds Monday and Tuesday. Watches, warnings, and advisories. So here's a graphical look at what the red flag warning is going to be in effect today. As you can see, large portions of southeast Idaho are currently in a red flag warning. And what that means, again, critical, dangerous fire weather conditions are going to be in effect. Have that fire that's currently, not being all that well contained up near Salmon. It's creating very damaging conditions and very dangerous fire situation up there. Taking a look at the fire and smoke map from this morning. Again, the Moose Fire, 20,600 acres and growing, currently up there, putting a lot of smoke out into southwest Montana. Due to the wood tick fire as well, further southwest of that area, currently around 250 acres or so, but continuing to grow as well. Are seeing some localized air quality impacts in southwest Montana and Lemhi County due to the smoke from those wildfires. High temperatures in mid-RH today, so it'll be another warm day across much of southeast Idaho in the mid-80s to upper 90s as you get further south. And again, critical RH as we're seeing widespread less than 15% relative humidities this afternoon, creating critical to dangerous fire weather concerns. Wind gusts today, so these are looking at the wind gusts for this afternoon, starting off fairly breezy in some locations in the higher terrain, but we will be seeing widespread wind gusts in excess of 30 to 40 miles an hour, even closer above 40 miles an hour along some of the ridge lines of the Central Mountains and out towards the Arco INL area. For your Saturday, we will see a little bit of a cool down, so as that upper level trough passes through Montana, we will see a slight reprieve in some cooler temperatures, but overall staying just about normal for this time of year in the low 80s to mid 90s. Another day of critical fire weather for the afternoon hours for the relative humidity. Again, slightly lighter winds, but we will see some breeziness, just general breeziness across much of the Snake Plain. And on that note, we will see those gusts at about 20 to 30 miles an hour across the Snake Plain, and only about 20 miles an hour in the higher terrain. Here's a look at your high temperatures for Sunday. So much of the same, if not just a degree or two warmer for your Sunday. But again, temperatures in the low 80s to mid 90s for your Sunday afternoon, and continued very dry conditions. Wind gusts on Sunday, not looking to be all that breezy, staying less than 25 miles an hour across much of southeast Idaho. Could see some locally higher gusts out towards craters, but should be at least a little bit quieter day on Sunday. High temperatures on Monday, so this is going to be starting up the warming trend into next week, so we will have high temperatures rebounding back into the low 80s to mid to upper 90s, especially as you get towards the Magic Valley. We'll see return to some breezier winds with those relative humidities not changing a whole lot. Continued critical fire weather conditions continue well into next week. Wind gusts on Monday, so start to see that pick up back into the 20 to 30 mile an hour range. So monitoring for some potential red flag conditions to start of next week with some breezier winds. Keeping a close eye on that forecast as we get closer to that. High temperatures on Tuesday, so this is going to be, again, ticking up by a degree or two, and by your Tuesday, we're going to be in the mid-80s to upper 90s for much of southeast Idaho. And again, continuing in that dry trend, sounding like a broken record, but dangerous fire weather conditions will continue. Wind gusts on Tuesday, get in that 20 to 30 mile an hour range. Be keeping a close eye on that for any red flag concerns. In summary this morning, we'll see some afternoon showers and thunderstorms develop further south and east of the Snake Plain, mainly along the Wyoming and Utah border regions, and some storms popping off in the southwest portions of Montana. Increased smoke will be there across eastern Idaho from the Moose Fire, currently burning up there in the Salmon Chalice National Forest. Continues to grow by about 4,000 to 6,000 acres a day, currently at 20,648 and growing. And with a red flag warning in effect today from noon until 9 o'clock, we'll see continued critical fire weather conditions today, with wind gusts in excess of 30 to 40 miles an hour and very low relative humidities. Slightly cooler weekend by a couple of degrees, about 2 to 5 degree drop for your Saturday, but we'll see continued dry, very dry weather outside of a slight chance for storms across portions of eastern Idaho. Be around Bear Lake for the weekend, so Saturday, Sunday looks like best chances will be down there in the southeast highlands and the way of transitioning up towards the Wyoming border for the remainder of next week. But that wraps up your weather briefing for today, Friday, July 22nd. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have a safe trip out there.